Tribe YouTube fam, welcome back. In this video, I really was going to share this video only for the tribe, but I thought I was in a generous mood today. I thought I'm going to share this with everybody. But this is just an example kind of what we really talk about inside the tribe. And we really try to go to the core, to the heart of the issues here to try to get results. But really what I want to share with you today is what's really holding most people back is we've always heard, we've been talking a lot about this. And if you follow other people, they talk about it too, about identity work. You want to be the most successful version of you. And even if you follow Neville Goddard, all his teachings, he talks about living in the end. So Neville Goddard, when he talks about living in the end, he's really talking about identity. And Neville Goddard really taught identity work. He just didn't call it identity. He called it living the end. Okay. And really, when you live in the end, you're operating from, you're behaving like, you're making decisions like that most successful version of you. And what's really holding you back is because you're not doing that. Okay, you're still operating from that current self. You're still operating from that old version of you, that limited thinking version of you. Okay, that indecisiveness version of you, that you don't follow through, you don't take action, you have worry and doubt in your decisions, you're scared to move forward, you're scared to do things. And this is what we're going to talk about, but we're not going to talk about it. I'm going to give you some examples of what's really holding you back and how you can align with the most successful version of you, because it's really all about alignment, my friends. Okay, and let's go to the core here, because I'm not going to get detailed with you. This isn't a basic type of video. So what I mean by this is when you're operating from that most successful version of you, it's about making decisions from that state. You see, what you want, your dream life, is on that same alignment with that most successful version of you. And when you're off alignment, okay, this is what Bob Proctor called vibrations. Okay, frequencies. Okay, what you want is on a different layer of vibration than where you currently are or your current thinking habits are. Okay, so all these great mentors, they explain the same thing, but what's confusing is they're just using different terminology. They're calling things different. Okay, but they really just mean the same thing. So let me give you an example here. We'll jump over and I'll show you some pictures. Here is I'm getting ready to go to Da Nang. I don't know when this video, I might already been in Da Nang and come home by the time you see this video. But right now I'm getting ready to go to Da Nang in about a week and a half. And I booked a really nice resort there. We're going to stay there for 5 days. And while I'm there, let me give you an example. Is let's say I want to go to the spa. Let's say I want to get a massage. Okay. Let me jump over and show you some pictures here. Okay, this is the wellness center at the resort I'm staying at. This is kind of the spa. They show a couple pictures here you can see. And what I want you to do is think about it here for a second. The most successful version of me, if I want to go to a spa, if I feel like getting a massage, well, I'm going to go here. That's the most successful version of me. It's in the resort I'm staying. It's right by my room I'm staying. You know what I mean? But what we end up doing is we start second guessing that. We start getting scared and worried. We start thinking about, well, what's the price? You get me on that? We start thinking about, well, I'm in Vietnam, so probably if I go outside and walk around the local town, I could probably find a way cheaper massage parlor. Okay, that's probably quarter of the price. And, I live abroad. I live in Thailand. I have a lot of experience with Asia. So, and that's 100% true. That's not even a lie. I mean, you can get something for the fraction of what you pay for in a resort. But the walk away here I want you to find, and I want you to link is, how are you making that decision? Okay, if you want to get a massage and you're right in the resort, right in a hotel, your first thought is, well, I'm gonna go up to the whatever floor it's on. I'm gonna go up to the 5th floor and I'm gonna schedule an appointment, see if they can take me right away. That's that most successful version of you. I'm just making the decision. Money doesn't matter. Okay, that's the most successful version of you. Okay, but once you start second guessing, once you don't take action on your intuition and that gut feeling if you have that intuition to do it, do it. Now, if you don't have the intuition to do it, then don't do it. Always follow your intuition. Okay, if you really follow your intuition and your gut feeling, it won't lead you astray. Okay, you have to have confidence in yourself. But what holds you back is you start thinking, like I just said, well, I'm gonna walk around the local town and try to find something for 300 baht, for like $10. Rather than pay $50, I'm gonna try to find a place for $10. But see, what state am I in? Why am I making that decision? See, that's what you got to do. Why are you making that decision? You have to go into the secret you. That's what you got to do, my friends. Because most of the time you're doing all this in secret. Okay? You're in your head thinking. And you're in your head thinking like, how am I going to save money? Well, that's not the most successful version of you. Okay, another example is, let's say you got to get gas. Okay, do you drive by 5 different gas stations to go to the cheapest gas station that you're going to find, that you're going to save 5 cents? With that most successful version of you, do that. Makes sense? If you're buying your groceries, and I know they don't do this in Thailand, but I know they do this in the States, where you're buying groceries, you're buying something, sometimes they have that round up, like you want to give your change to this type of charity. What do? Do you sit there and say, no? But you're secretly thinking, well, you know, well, I don't get paid for 2 weeks. What are you secretly thinking? Okay. Now, unless you just don't agree with charities, you don't like that charity, that's fine. Don't give to it. But what are you secretly thinking? See, that's what's holding you back, because you're not in alignment with that most successful version of you. Okay. Let me give you kind of a funny example. Okay. Let's say you have a vision of your dream house, and in your dream house, you have a great big barbecue station. Okay. You have an outside kitchen by the pool. And in your outside kitchen, you have a second fridge. And that second fridge, in your imagination, is full with beer. All your favorite beer. It's full with beer. Okay. I'm not saying you're an alcoholic. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. We're having some fun with this. Okay. And maybe beer is not your thing. Maybe it's wine. Maybe you have it built in your dream house. Maybe you have a built-in wine fridge, and it's filled with all your favorite wines. That way, when you have a friend come over or whatever, you can open a bottle of wine. Okay. So this is your dream house. This is inside your imagination. But in your current reality, when you go out to eat, you're hesitating. You deep down, you really want a glass of wine. I'm not even talking about a bottle of wine, but you're struggling in your mind, thinking, should I pay for it? 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 So you're not in alignment. Okay, that most successful version of you at home, you have 20 wines in your wine fridge, and they're all expensive. They're all your favorites. Okay, but yet here you are eating out, and you're struggling in your mind, getting worried, doubt, and fear. If you should buy a glass of wine. See, you're not in alignment. You're contradicting yourself. Okay. And that's what's really holding you back when you do identity work. That's just one way. There's many things. Okay. But this is just one way. And this is kind of the main way. You see, the secret here, the more you get, like, this is the most successful version of me, and this is that old self. The more I can align myself with that successful version of me, and how I do it is I carry myself just like that most successful version of me. I act like that most successful version of me. I talk like that most successful version of me. This successful version of me don't worry and doubt and fear. That most successful version of me is confident. You get me? And it doesn't end there. That most successful version of me, it's not just acting like him. I'm making decisions like him. And see, this is what messes people up. When we start getting to the decision part, this is where you really hit your fear barrier. I have a lot of videos on the fear barrier, so check it out. Okay, I'm not going to explain the fear barrier in this video. Okay, now you get straight up you hit your fear barrier, and you run right back to your comfort zone. Okay, you don't bust through that barrier. Your dream life is on the other side of fear. Okay, you have to understand that. And, like, we can play act as if all day long, but kind of where it stops with most people is that when it comes down to making a decision like that most successful version of you, it scares the shit out of you, and you don't do it. you crumble right back to that old self. And you just keep on doing it time and time again. Okay, see, what you got to do is you got to have more wins. You got to have more wins where, even though it scares you, okay, it's not easy. Okay, some of my decisions that I make, it's not easy for me to make sometimes. Okay, but if I feel led to make it, if I have that intuition to make it, if I have that gut feeling, this is what I need to do, even though it's scary, scares the shit out of me, I need to follow it because it's aligning me with that most successful version of me. It's aligning me with this person, okay, who I want to be. And the more you stay aligned with it, now you're going to fall. Now, we're all human, okay? You're going to falter back from time to time, but that old self is always going to fight against you, okay? But the more wins you have, you get more confident. The more times you make decisions, you carry yourself just like that most successful version of you would, okay, you're going to get more confident and you're going to climb that vibration ladder, just like Bob Proctor would say. And what you want, that dream life, that dream house, that dream car, that multi-million-dollar salary, is just on a different vibration. That's it. It's on a different thinking pattern. The most successful version of you thinks differently. That's all it is. The most successful version of you makes quicker decisions because they think differently than you. Okay? Even though it's a part of you, that's the only separation. And I kind of like that when I said that. The most successful version of you, the main separator is they just act different and think different. Bottom line, they don't get, like, when you're in your imagination, like Neville Goddard, you go inside your imagination, you go inside your wish fulfilled, you create this imaginal scene. Well, I'm probably 100% accurate when you have this imaginal scene around your dream house, your dream career, your dream car, your dream life, your dream vacations. You're not worried. You don't have worried out and fear. That's not there. You have no anxiety. Like inside your imagination, you're pretty much just, if you want to buy something, you buy it. Okay? If you're really into like family gatherings and parties and birthday parties, maybe you host like holidays at your place because you have a big place. How are you going to do that when you're still over here operating as your old self and you're flipping out over a little lunch? Okay, but this most successful version of you is hosting like 50 people, 50 family members in their house. You might be getting anal with me right now. You might be saying, well, Chad, I don't have 50 family members. Who cares? Maybe you have 10, maybe it's 15, maybe it's 5. Okay, but see, if you're doing those types of questions, you're missing the whole point. The whole point is you're not acting like, you're not behaving like, you're not thinking like that most successful version of you, my friends. Okay, but other than that, I'm gonna wrap this up. I just want to share this with you. I'm kind of still working here, and I got on this one. This is the hotel I'm staying in. This one I'm doing some thumbnails and stuff like that. But I just want to take that pause and break and share that little nugget with you. But anyway, make sure you comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Plus, if you want to be part of the tribe, the link is in the description. If you want to work with me, the link is in the description. Always check out the description. I say description because I'm always updating it. We got the power drops in there, which is 100% free. That's an email campaign, 100% free. And we got the 30-day challenge. So check those two things out. The links are in the description, of course. But anyway, peace be with you. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.